Well, it's time to feed the snakes again. Let's go ahead and get their dinner prepared. Alright, so I got my cup and I got my tongs, and I just follow these guidelines for who's eating what and on what day. So let me get my frozen feeders out. And I got pinkies, I got fuzzies, and I have some small adult mice. So I'm just gonna go down the chart. Today is Tuesday, so I'm just looking for the ones that have the check mark on who's eating today. And I like to do all of the same one at a time, so see how many, small adults do I need, how many fuzzies do I need, how many pinkies do I need, and so on. Alright, so I've got my rodents in my cup. I still need to get my fish fillet that I'm gonna cut up, and then I've got some worms as well. I don't have to defrost the worms, obviously. So I am defrosting my mice, I'm defrosting some tilapia. I'm going to set a timer and I'll come back and check up on it and I can get that cut up. To the next step, I've got the dish ready for my cohabbed garter snakes. So I'm going to be cutting up some fish and worms and they'll get that in their dish. And I just got to cut it in small enough pieces that they won't be competing over the same piece. I don't want any accidental cannibalism. So I got these little herb scissors to cut up the fish and worms, just to make the job go a lot faster. I'm about to cut this fish up, but I look over. I notice I got a peeping Tom. Nosy little hen. That's so funny. Alright, I'm going to start cutting my fish. So this is the fish cut up. I've still got a piece in there because I'm going to cut it into larger pieces for the two that are separate. I'm going to be cutting up worms next, but I'm not going to show you the worms just because I feel like some people might be a little squeamish with that. I almost made a boo-boo. I accidentally grabbed the red wigglers instead of my night crawlers. The red wigglers are for fish bait, but we don't want to feed red wigglers to a garter snake because they're toxic to them. So got to make sure they're Canadian night crawlers. Alright, so next we're feeding the common garter snake. She's an eastern garter snake. She had an accidental breeding because we thought that the checkered that we were cohabbing her with was a female as well. Turns out he wasn't. So we're going to have some surprise babies, possibly. And I'm going to put her food in the dish here. She has been voracious. Usually she's coming out to yank the food away from us. She's getting a little variety. There should be plenty for her. I'm surprised she's not coming out. Usually she yanks it from me like she's been, waiting in line forever. Let's go. Hey, you girl. Are you in shed? Well, I'm sure she'll come out right. Let's move on to the checkered. Alright, next up is our checkered. I am really not sure where he is hiding in here. He most likely will not come out. He used to come out and take food right from the tong, I don't know why he stopped doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him his food right here, and I'm sure he will eat it. We'll come back later to see if, well, I will. I don't think I'm gonna record coming back to see who did and did not eat. But anyway, he's done. Next up is Pollyanna, my palmetto, and I'm gonna get her a hopper mouse. Let me dig around in here for it. Here, you can just look at my beautiful Pollyanna while I look for a hopper. Here it is. Oop, I dropped it. Hey, Pollyanna, you gonna take it from the tongs this time? She's a blue-eyed palmetto, possibly het for butter. Come on, Pollyanna. You're interested, but then you get shy. All right, I'm gonna leave her food in her little dish and move on to the next one. All right, next we have Skinderella. Oof, I need to dump your water, Skinderella. Skinderella is my scaleless okatee. Let's see, make sure she's not shedding. Oh, she looks like she might be in shed. She's pretty dull. She might eat. She does most of the time. Next up is Ziggy Stardust. I'll see if he'll take one from the tongs. Oop, he is a scaleless with a bunch of hets, so I am really looking forward to breeding him. I tried to breed him this year, you know, since he's gonna be 2 soon. I did try to breed him, but he didn't get the job done. Let's see, Rock, buddy. Why did you poop on your dish, dude? Rock is my classic het palmetto. He's also het for Sunkissed, Caramel, Lavender. I think that's it. Alright, so those are all the ones in here getting fed today. We're going to go to the other room now. These girls, it looks like they are peacefully eating. I don't see Spirit. She is late to the party. Where are you, Spirit? Where are you? Well, if she doesn't get to the food dish, she's gonna miss out. If she's in shed, she might not be eating. Next up, we're feeding Tess. She's getting a small adult mouse. I have attempted to breed Tess this year. I don't know if it was successful. She's from South Mountain Reptiles, which is by Don Setterberg, and she is a tessera that is also het for Motley and Pied Side, I believe. I'm going to leave her mouse here, see if she goes for it. She usually doesn't take it from the tongs. She's shy. Anywho, alright, we're going to go up to the next one, which is the bloke I was trying to pair her with, which is Mr. Bloody Marty here. So he's been with her off and on over the last month or so. So I'm hoping to see a clutch of eggs. He is a blood red that is het for scaleless. I think he's kind of cool looking. He's got like an aberrant spot too. Alright, I need both hands to open this one. Alright, Marty grabbed that pinky as soon as I put it down there. He is always ready to chow down. He is a very good eater. So I'm going to let him do his thing. We're going to move on to Pinky. Actually, no, I'm going to move on to Ivory. That's going to be easier. Ivory is a snow Motley tessera. possibly caramel because she has a lot of yellow. It's not really showing up on here. She looks more white in the picture, but she has a lot of yellow. You can kind of tell up here on this part of her body. And she's gonna get 2 of these guys because she's not quite big enough to handle, as far as her thickness goes, not quite big enough to handle one of the small adult mice. Oops, I dropped it. Let's see if she'll take it. Come on. There's a good girl. I'm hoping she'll gain enough weight that maybe I can breed her next year. She is so pretty. Alright, moving on to the next one. The day for sheds. Looks like Wednesday also shed. So that's 3 snakes in one day. Wednesday is my anery corn snake. I'll see if she comes out. She's usually pretty rare and ready to go to eat. She has graduated up to a small adult mouse. She ate one last week, so I know she's capable of doing it. She's usually, hey girl, how you doing? You ready to come eat? She'll usually take it from the tongue. There's a good girl. Come on, take it. I'm giving you the pointy end first so it's easier to swallow, silly girl. There's a good girl. You took that so gently. Alright, moving on to the next one. Alright, the last one is going to be Brain. I cannot film him being fed because I have to assist feed him, and that requires both my legs and my hands because I'm trying to hold him still while I push a pinky down his throat because he will not eat on his own. I don't know why. He's just been like that from the get-go. Real troublemaker. Oh, and then, I have Pinky too. Actually, I need to feed her. Pinky is his sister from the same clutch. She is a great eater, and because of that, she's way bigger than him. So, I forgot to give those adult mice to the big garter snakes. Alright, so I'm going to put her Pinky in here. I don't think she'll come on the camera to eat, sorry. Okay, so aside from Brain, that is everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll remember to do this when there's more light. Unfortunately, the electrician seems to be ghosting us when it comes to coming back to fix our fan. But thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.